Hello, 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 everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, just depending on when you're catching this live video. As always, I'd just like to say thank you to those who have followed along and are continuing to follow along and making comments or concerns or sharing these videos. It truly is a humbling experience as I'm able to get to serve those people who are watching. So today I'm going to start with a quote from Eugene Ionesco. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. It is not the answer that enlightens, but the question. So I started off a series with communication, and it was specific communication within the business and touched on 5 key areas that you want to focus on. All right, employee check-ins, roundtable, then open door policy, social media, and identifying common goals through the business. Today, I want to cover execution. Okay, so execution with your business can look like totally different from your business compared to someone else who owns a business. All right, execution is going to look a lot different and have different meanings for different people. Okay, so when I think of execution, I'm talking about being able to follow through completely. All right, and so what I'm going to bring is 5 points to execution within your business. Number 1, decisions absolutely must be made. Procrastination is deadly to your business. The common phrase often used is, when was the best time to plant a tree? And that was 20 years ago. When's the next best time? Right now. Right now. Decisions need to be made. If you prolong it too often, it's at that point in time going to drag you down. Focus on it, set your mind, make a decision, and keep going. Number 2, if you're going to execute properly, you're going to have to hold meetings to resolve issues so you can get your execution done. Many times, the reason why execution is not getting done because we're not holding meetings to be able to make sure that we're holding other people accountable for what it is they need to do so you can ultimately get done what you need to get done. Hold meetings. Hold people's feet to the fire. The goal is to be able to move forward. Now we'll fall often, wipe yourself off, get up, learn from it, change, adapt, keep going. Number 3, have quarterly objectives. All right, this is all about goals setting. Again, if you're trying to execute, you want to be able to make sure that you're executing on a quarterly basis. So every 3 months or every 4 months, just depending on how you look at a quarter. Okay, but you want to focus in specifically on what you want to achieve within, let's say, that 3 months. That's what I'm going to stick to right now. Those 3 months, have you achieved what it is? Execute, follow through, get your goals in line, and execute. Make sure when you get to that 3rd month, your checklist has been checked off, so you can follow through with the next quarter. If something didn't make on, let's find out why it didn't make it, or didn't get checked off. Find out why it didn't get checked off. What was the obstacle? And then what is our timeline to get that completed? Because it's not a pass to just keep moving. You've got to get it completed. There's a reason why it made it on your list. Number 4, have long-term goals set, discussed, and prioritized. Okay, if you're going to be executing, you're going to execute on short-term and long-term goals. All right, those focuses look much different, again, for each individual business. All right, when I design a plan of training, all right, or development or growth for a business, it looks much different for each person. All right, but what we do work on is short-term and long-term goals. You want to make sure that they're in priority. In other words, what is the absolute most important thing for you to accomplish? How far set out is it going to look like? All right. What are going to be your stumbling blocks? You literally want to know what is going to interfere with you making that goal, because you're not naive in your business. You know that there are going to be distractions. So let's prepare and plan for those distractions that are happening. All right. So have your long-term, short-term goals set out. Have the long-term goals set with what's going to be discussed, how often it's going to be discussed, what is the time frame that's just going to take you to be able to meet those goals. Have a plan. Number 5, this is the absolute must. Accountability is king here. All right? If you're going to execute on something, you're going to have to hold yourself to the fire, and you have to hold other people to the fire. Period. End of story. You got to be accountable. All right. If you got to have an accountability outside of your business, so be it. Let's have those conversations. Let's set it up. If you have a coach, a trainer, all right, a mentor, someone who can actually you can speak to about what your goals are. All right. Remember, number 4 was have long-term goals. Talk to them. Let's set up a time frame on when we're going to go back and follow through with that discussion. Have an accountability partner. It's huge. All right. Sometimes you can't choose friends or family for this. When it's that important for your business to keep continuing to grow, sometimes friends and family are not who you need to be your accountability partner. You got to make that decision for yourself. All right? They may be the perfect person to hold you accountable. I know someone who's very special in my life who will hold me accountable if I don't do something. All right? I promise you, she will call me out on my BS, my belief systems. All right, or the other BS, whatever you want to say. All right, so those 5 are: make your decisions, hold meetings to resolve these issues, have quarterly directives, all right, and objectives, goal settings is a must. Number 4, have long-term goals. Set them, discuss them, prioritize them. That's key. And 5, have accountability. All right, but these are a must when it comes to your business being successful. All right, and even if you took this in a personal aspect, when you want to be successful, you've got to have an outline. You've got to have what you want done and what time frame. You got to know your why and continue to move forward. You know, as I coach people, I always talk that I teach through passion, perseverance, and purpose. All right. So I know my purpose, my why. I know my passion is there. My drive is there. All right. And perseverance is that I'm going to get knocked down so many times. I know it. I'm going to make lots of mistakes. But I have that perseverance. I have that persistence to keep going. All right. And learn from what I've done, adapt, overcome, and keep going. So that's what execution looks like. How does it look like for your business? What are your key drivers? All right. Who are your key clientele? Remember, each one of these have a reason that you're stepping into that goal. Hold yourself and those who are around you in your business accountable. That is going to be your key and king. I cut the other video on this series short, so I do apologize, but I want to say thank you. Thank you again for all the love and all the kindness. You know, one of the things that I've learned through this process is that as I go through and do these videos, I get better and more comfortable at speaking. But more importantly, I'm able to reach out and touch those who I'm not able to see in person. With everything that's going on, lives are definitely the way for me to go. Okay? So in doing these videos allow me to be able to bring some information into light to some subjects, and hopefully I can help at least one person. As I say, if just one person gets something out of this, it's absolutely worth every moment, every time that I spent, and all the time I've researched this. So take care of yourself, take care of each other, and be well and be blessed, and we'll talk to y'all really, really soon.